Hey, Faithful! Welcome to another episode of Voice of an Niner Faithful. I'm Jason, your host. This week we're talking about our Week 3 victory against the Cardinals, 15-16. And definitely going to go into it a little bit more with the injuries that happened, especially to running back James Conner of the Cardinals. We'll go into that a little bit. But before we get into all of that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to get more 49ers content from a fan's perspective. All right, let's get into it. First thing I do want to talk about, just like I was mentioning, is James Conner's injury. Yes, the 49ers had some injuries, Nick Bosa especially, but it doesn't matter what team that they represent. I hate seeing injuries like this. This was a horrible injury. Let me bring it up for you. And that did not come up like it's supposed to. So I'm just going to, it's from Ian Rappaport. Arizona Cardinals running back James Conner, who was carted off with his ankle immobilized, will need surgery to repair the injury he suffered. He's still undergoing tests to determine the full extent of the damage, but they're pretty much saying he's out indefinitely. More than likely season ending. And those are the types of injuries you don't want to see. This is the game we all love. Yes, we're all 49er fans, but we don't want to see injuries like this. It doesn't matter who it's to. So, prayers out to James Conner and his family. Hopefully he's going to be okay, even after the surgery and all that. Hopefully he'll come back strong next year. All right, let's get into the actual game now. Like I said, we won. The 49ers won. I always say we. I'm a fan. You know how we are. 15-16. Last minute field goal. We've had a lot of close games so far this season, and we've won all three. I think Mac Jones did a good job. Yeah, he had the one pick, but still 284 yards. He averaged 6.9 yards of pass. His quarterback rating wasn't all that great, 65.4. It was better than Kyler Murray's, though, who was only 54.7. One TD pass, which was a cool one. I always like it when Juice gets a touchdown. 27 for 41. It was okay. He did the job that was needed to do, especially in that fourth quarter on the drive to get the field goal to win. And that's what we needed. These are banked wins. I mean, all three of these we could have easily lost, but we didn't. We pulled it out. Two of them against divisional opponents, so we're up in the division by 2. And depending, Thursday night, I think it's going to be. I think the Thursday night game is Arizona and the Cardinals. Thursday night, Seattle and Arizona both 2-1 now. Both of their losses came to us. So I think we have a pretty good shot at keeping the division at the moment. The tough game will be Week 5, our Thursday night game against the Rams. But this game, Christian McCaffrey, 17 carries for only 52 yards. But he also had 10 receptions for 88 yards, so it's another 100-plus overall yards for Christian McCaffrey. Ricky Pearsall, he is just showing how phenomenal he is. 8 receptions, 117 yards, 14.6 yards average. His long one was the 34-yarder. He was targeted 11 times, but no one's perfect. So still eight receptions, 117 yards. Awesome. Kendrick Bourne even had some good catches that were definitely needed. Even Jake Tonjes got in there and got some good, couple of good catches that were needed. Of course, Kyle Juszczyk's one catch for the touchdown. That was perfect. MVS, he got a good reception for 9 yards. I think overall, the team did just what we needed them to do to get this win. And again, these are banked wins. These, I mean, first couple games of the season, you never know what's going to happen. Yeah, you had the preseason and all that, but every team is going to have some players that didn't make it all the way through. Rusty, got to get in that game shape, get the plays down, rookies learning. And so far, we have, as the 49ers team, have been doing awesome at that. This is awesome, good learning time for all the rookies, all the second years. It's just perfect. I'm really, really happy with how our rookies are learning, and we're still getting the wins. Unfortunately, Nick Bosa did get hit and did get an injury. And I'm reading off of an article from Nick Wagner from ESPN. Left the game with a knee injury. Not the knee that he had previously in earlier years had injured. It's his right knee, I think it is, this time. And sidelines, well, I'm going to read this couple paragraphs here. While Shanahan indicated the initial tests on the sidelines didn't show a torn anterior cruciate ligament, I hope I pronounced that right, Shanahan made it clear that the potential for a serious injury still exists as Bosa's knee undergoes further testing in the next 24 hours. So hopefully tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening for me for sure, since I'm in Wisconsin in the central time zone, we'll have a better idea of what it is. They haven't ruled out an ACL injury. We're not sure. There is concern because of how he feels. They do the test and stuff on the sidelines, and usually they say whether he definitely did or not, and they didn't say that, but we are concerned with that, keeping our fingers crossed for the MRI. Of course, this goes along with the other injuries that have happened even since the beginning of the year. Brock Purdy, obviously, with his toe, George Kittle's hamstring, Jennings' shoulder and ankle, Ben Bartch's ankle. It's been a little rough, but we're still pulling through. I don't know if they're going to hold Purdy out for another week. I think he'll be fine for the Jaguars in week 4. Ben Bartch, obviously, on IR. George Kittle should be coming back for week 6. Juwan Jennings probably be back next week. The other person that's going to be back next week, irregardless of all of this, Demarcus Robinson will be off suspension. So we get one of our wide receivers back. That is a big plus. If Purdy plays and then Robinson plays, so we'll have Robinson, we'll have Pearsall, we'll have Jennings, we'll have Bourne, we'll have Juszczyk, we'll have McCaffrey, and of course we'll still have Tonjes. I think we're slowly working our way up to where we need to be for the rest of the season. By week 6, I'm anticipating us being healthy enough to finish the whole season. I don't like that we have our bye week so late, but that should at least help to finish off the rest of the last 4 games of the season. I hope that we do get Purdy back next week. While technically we could get Ayuk back week 5 for the Rams game, that's a Thursday night game. I'm not anticipating that happening. If he's going to be ready to go and healthy, I think it'll be by week 6. Hopefully, he'll be getting back to his normal self within a couple weeks after that. It's going to take a little time. He's obviously not been playing. So we'll see how that goes. I was looking for my soda, but I left it over on the other table. So the rest of the game itself, though, first half, field goals. It finally started happening things in the fourth quarter. And it just came down to our field goal. Now, can you imagine how tense every single person would have been if it was Moody? That would have been not good. Eddie Pinheiro, 3 field goals, made all of them, no question on any of them. Even the 51-yarder, you could see he was thrilled with that one. And then, of course, the extra point for the touchdown. Morstead did pretty decent. 2 inside the 20. I think our special teams, while still need to get some help on the tackling, because they did pull a couple of long ones there. All in all, the special teams has improved. And I expect them to improve even more. Now, I think the defense is going to have to pick it up. They did pick it up after Bosa left, but depending on how long he might be out, they're going to have to pick it up even more. I think Bryce Huff picked it up. He got a sack. Did we get any more sacks? No, just the 1 sack. We only had 1 sack this game, but still Bryce Huff. He had a sack last week, and he had a sack this week. When he was with Robert Saleh with the Jets, he had 10 that season. So he's already up 2. And this was only the 3rd game, so he's on pace to get that again. And that's what we wanted him for. Solo tackles. Fred Warner had 5. D. Winters had 4. Upton Stout had 3. Upton Stout, again, just like I said last week, this kid is gonna be a star. No doubt in my mind. Nick Bosa, he had a total of 2 tackles, but not... Excuse me on that, sorry. Nick Bosa had two tackles, but they weren't solo. But then he got hurt. Hopefully, like I said, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully his knee isn't horrible and he'll be out maybe 1 or 2 games. Hopefully it's not anywhere near like that and he'll be out maybe 1 game. We'll see. We won't know for sure probably until tomorrow afternoon. Monday afternoon, Monday evening. The team itself, again, did just enough to squeak this out, and which is what we wouldn't have done last year. Last year, these were the type games, these first 3 games were the type of games like last year we wouldn't have been able to pull out. This year, we're pulling them out. This whole season, this is the Robert Saleh season. This isn't, so far anyway, this isn't Shanahan season. This isn't Purdy season. This isn't the offensive season. This is all Robert Saleh. What he's doing with these rookies and second year and third year people on this team, along with Fred Warner, Demo, Bosa. It's just amazing what's happening. We never thought that with so many rookies on the defense, we would have done what we've done with them. And yet, here we are. The defense is carrying us with all these injuries. So when everybody is back healthy on offense, just look out. The Niners will take charge of the division, of the NFC in general, and we'll see if we can pull off a home game in the Super Bowl. Wouldn't that be awesome? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We don't want to get too far. Let's concentrate on the next game. And speaking of that, the next game is against the Jaguars. I'm going to do a little clicking here and click on this. It's thinking right now, ESPN's matchup predictor is saying 51.9% that the 49ers will win. I think that's accurate. It might go up if Purdy plays. Then again, it might stay where it's at, even if Purdy plays, because Nick Bosa is out. We'll see how long he's out. It's hopefully not for long. Jacksonville has a 2-1 record themselves. The only team above them in the AFC South is, of all people, Indianapolis, the Colts. They lost to the Bengals, but that was partly with Joe Burrow, and then partly with their backup. They beat the Texans this week by just a touchdown. Wasn't a big score. And next week they got to come to Levi Stadium, which I'm hoping to get to sometime in the future. But I think we can handle them. I think it's going to be another close game like the past three, but I think we're going to pull it out. I think it'll be a little bit more dominant, at least, but we'll see. I have faith in our team. I think we can pull this off, and I'm sure that we're going to get our people back slowly, piece by piece. Demarcus Robinson, week 4. I don't think we're going to get anybody back for the Rams game, week 5, because it's the Thursday nighter. But week 6, I am anticipating George Kittle back, Brandon Ayuk back, and hopefully Bosa won't be injured that long, and he'll be back by that time too. And after week 6, I could easily see us running the table, but we'll see. Like I said, one step at a time. Let's concentrate now that we got this win out of the way with the Cardinals. Let's concentrate on the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, until next week, or actually until Thursday for 49ers Trivia Thursday, this is Jason, and you're watching Voice of Niner Faithful, and I hope you're liking, you're commenting, and you're subscribing. You all have a wonderful rest of your night. Go Niners. It's a win!